think my favorite card of all time would probably be the Saronite Chain Gang. Not only because it has such an exceptional sound bite of how long will this go on.
How long can this go on?
But you get to hear it twice.
How long can this go on? Free me!
So really, how long will this go on? But also when I was playing Evolved Shaman back in the day, my absolute favorite deck, that card was pivotal. So I think that was just the best one of all time.
Zephyrus the Great. So a common part of my job is to go through our editor and look at all our cards and make sure that, like, figure out how we're gonna test them. And when I saw Zephyrus, it was kind of love at first sight, because at the time it only had 500 lines of code, which I was like, holy hell, that's a lot.
Your wish is my suggestion.
And I was wrong, it turned out to be way more. I tested that card for about a week and a half.
Behold the tools of creation.
It was well worth it.
My favorite card of all time, probably one that doesn't get a whole lot of love, Astral Communion. I really like Astral Communion because the gameplay of it I find personally very interesting. I like a lot of these like very dreamy cards, and it's one of the dreamiest. The hope of just playing it as soon as you can early on, maybe even like with innervates to get it out even earlier.
This will be good.
But I also like from your opponent's point of view, there's still a game going on. It's not really a blowout. It's like they know exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna drop some huge bomb, just one every turn for the rest of the game. And if they can deal with that and just run over you before then, or just delay you with little taunts or anything, there's still a game there. So you still don't always win, even when you get that dream.
So many cards to pick from. Gameplay-wise, I'd have to say Animal Companion. Definitely. I mean, always Huffer.
To my side!
But, you know, sometimes Leok.
To my side!
Never Misha, though.
To my side!
So, like, lore, definitely Lich King. He's too powerful for one single card. You need 5 cards to represent him. Then card text or card name, it's got to be B's. That's 4 E's, 3 exclamation points. Necessary, absolutely necessary. Art, mine, that's very contentious amongst the Hearthstone team, but I'd say Ziliax. So bright, colorful, he's a mech, he's awesome. It's pretty cool.
My favorite card is Tess Greymane. I play a lot of Thief Rogue, and she makes all of the Discover choices way more interesting. You have to think like, do I really need this card right now? But like, will it hurt me later when Tess replays it? Will I end up pyroblasting myself in the face? Who knows? You have to like think on your toes.
My favorite card is easily Yogg-Saron Hope's End. I think it's you get it, and all of a sudden you know something exciting is going to happen. You drop it. Might be good for you, might be better for your opponent, but you know, exciting things are going to happen.
Now read a quick prayer to Yogg, and we're going to see what happens.
All right, let's go.
Oh,
boom!
Okay.
Good start.
There are a lot of really cool cards. At the moment, it's definitely Psychopomp. I've always really loved the Anubis character, the whole lore, he's super iconic. And how it works in the Hearthstone game, combining the Resurrect mechanic with the Reborn mechanic. I think the way he leans into it is super cool. It makes for a lot of cool combos.
The end begins.
And then there are those situations where you hit a Moshok Enforcer or a convincing Infiltrator that makes for a pretty troll moment, which I really enjoy.
Your win. I consent.
My favorite card of all time is Pyroblast because it's a no frills. I'm doing face damage, fire face damage, and you may or may not die.
My favorite card of all time, I think, is Tyrion Fordring. It was the first Golden Legendary that I've ever opened, way back when Classic was new. And it's just been with me ever since, never disenchanted it, always kept it, tried to put it in as many decks as I could.
So that's pretty easy. My favorite Hearthstone card is Unearthed Raptor. So Rogue is undoubtedly the best class. And for me, Death Rattle Rogue was the deck I had the most fun playing with, and Unearthed Raptor was one of the key cards for that deck.
So my favorite card, I was thinking about Shutterwalk, but I feel like everyone feels Shutterwalk is a pretty cool thing. So I'm gonna say Witchwood Piper, because I like to play Shutterwalk decks, and a lot of them are Icy Prison decks that just allow me to win that way. So usually finding her in one of those hands just means I'm gonna win, so it feels good.
Come dance to my song.
My favorite card of all time is the Darkness. Nothing beats a 4-mana 20/20. If you're like, the best feeling is when your opponent just draws 3 candles and then you kill them in 1 turn. It's great.
Favorite card of all time is probably Millhouse Manastorm, because I'm afraid to say any other card.
Prepare to face the mighty Millhouse Manastorm!
It's a cursed card. I once convinced my friend to make a golden Millhouse, and bad things started happening to me. People started running into my car. It was bad. So to break the curse, I had to craft my own golden Millhouse. So far, so good. I mean, it's the best card, right? Right? It's the best card.